Hello, hello, and welcome to another impromptu live stream. I decided, after playing a little Guild Wars, reading up on a few things, little side projects going on here and there, and wondering why a particular VPS server of mine won't restart, even though I issued the command. I decided in the meantime, while I wait for that problem to resolve itself, I'd go on and just do an impromptu stream. Um, wasn't planning on it today, but this one in particular was or is specifically being done because it's gonna piss off some drunken loser, stays with his parents, has no job, who does nothing but constantly stream the most boring crap possible. And I'm not gonna name names, but I decided I'd do this just cuz. If you know, you know. Um, Buying a little time for people to get in. I mean, we've got a lot of the regular crew here. We got our good buddy Marty. We got my boy Brock. What's up? Michael Lynn. The unpronounceable name. Who'd have? I just love it. Hovind Centipede. Hey, we got AJ. And Dr. Cassius. So AJ and Cassius definitely know who this stream is not targeted at, but in their honor, so to speak, it's being done. I'm sure they're either streaming right now, getting more inebriated right now, or passed out, or playing crappy games. Oh, Phantom, you are not the one. And Nubifier. Yamato! Bro, you just. Okay, so as a little bit of preamble, because I got another couple of minutes. Um, Nubifier here. I told him about I've recently got into like ridiculously big numbers, like mathematical concepts that go crazy big. And I told dude about the number that I had concept that I'd come up with. So he proceeds to write code to actually try to process it and figure it out. And it goes up till the last stage, which is cool. And I'm doubting myself for a bit on it. Then I look at the numbers and I'm like, oh no, this does make sense. Okay. Um, so, that's a thing. But what he just did there, I call the number, and I'm gonna write a piece on this. I call the number the Yamato number. This man just made a math joke in that very pinned comment. Yamato with the exclamation point behind it. I use the programmer term of bang for it, exclamation point, bang, interrobang, what have you. Um, that means to oh shit, is it factorials? I think it's factorials. Yeah, I know we're getting super nerdy here, far more than Kent can handle, that's for sure. So he just created a ridiculous joke in that post, not even intending it possibly, or maybe he did, of performing a factorial operation on my already insanely large number, which is something I conceived of. I know, super nerdy. Y'all are here for us to laugh at Kent Hovind, and so far I've spent 4 minutes just in random junk, but hey, y'all come here for me. Hovind is just the medium by which we all bond for stupidity, if that makes sense. Double check. Yes. I almost don't want to call him he who must not be named because that almost gives him some kind of honor, some kind of status. So we're just going to call him a drunken piece of crap. God, I got everybody here tonight already. Heck yeah, we got Ambush, we got Deviant. Oh man, you got Beerius. Hey, I got your Discord DM. I just gotta actually click the link. I've been procrastinating on it. I do think the math was mathing until it wasn't. Yeah. Once you get numbers that are many trillions of times the number of atoms inside the known universe and try to get a basic PC of any, reasonable quality to try to do the math on that. It breaks down. Oh man. Kent knows nothing about math. Nothing. Factorials. Damn, I forgot more than... We aren't supposed to say those names. Toe bones connected to the Hovind. All right, that's enough preamble. It's been over 5 minutes. Let's do this thing. Now that my entire viewership of people after the fact has gone down to 0, it's time to whack a Hovind. And conveniently, it actually stayed paused instead of auto playing. And I noticed that when they take these like these captures to become the thumbnail of Kent doing a shit-eating grin, I see private chat floating down there at the bottom, like it's some sort of screen, like it's a screen cap of Restream, his thing. And yeah, you can see in the upper left just barely the extra stuff related, the maximize, minimize, and all that. They take a screen cap of their feed and do that. So that's just. I'm not even criticizing. That is a legitimately silly, but still a legitimate way to get it done. Anyway, enough preamble. Let's get to whatever the hell he's going to talk about today.
Good evening, folks.
Or yesterday. Psalm 77, the troubled heart remembers God's great works. You know. Oh, excuse me, it's in all caps here. The troubled heart remembers God's great works. There we go. Death metal. I'm so full of energy today, which is funny because I was pissed tired at work. You know what great works? Mosquitoes, malaria, the plague. Let's see. HIV. That whole time he murdered everything on the planet. Lying repeatedly. That time he ordered this, that, and the other murder. All those weird rules that involve slavery and violations of people's bodily autonomy and stuff. Yep, those are really great works. Real good God you got there.
Ken Hovind here in the crew at Dinosaur Adventureland in lovely Lenox, Alabama, straight north of Pensacola, 70 miles. Come visit. It's March the 3rd, 2025. Tonight we'll be in Psalm chapter 77. Dead center in your Bible is the book of Psalms. They told me Psalm 118, verse 8 is the exact middle, but I didn't count it, but I believe them. Okay, and exact two middle words is the Lord.
The exact two middle words are fuck you. Oh, wait, that's the book of Chris.
From that verse. That's the theory anyway. Anyway, here we are. We're on all kinds of channels. We're on Facebook and Twitter and whatever that is, and Rumble, and get the app, Kent Hovind TV. You can go to poke one of them buttons, and you'll take you to one of our, it'll do something for you, won't it? Yes, sir. Okay, all right. You're supposed to like, subscribe.
Everyone, say hi to our favorite friend, pixelated like, share, comment, subscribe button. Dino Lamp is still off. Dino Lamp may have broke. I am very upset that the Dino Lamp has not been powered up for several days. Joseph, if you watch this, please turn the Dino Lamp back on. Okay? I like the Dino Lamp. It's not the same when it's not illuminated. I'm not even being sarcastic. And whenever y'all finally close up shop, I want the Dino Lamp. That's all I want from Kansas State. All right, let's continue.
Share, make a comment. Supposed to do something for Al Gore's rhythm or something. I'm not sure. Okay, so here we are. We're open for free. Have been for 9 years almost. Join our 777 club. See, I like what you're doing. I want to support you as my missionary to the blind and the dumb, those who believe they came from Iraq. They're dumb, and we want to help them. Really, we do. You can become a member.
Why, this is amazing, Beerus. I, too, am enjoying tacos. This is clearly a sign. My stomach isn't enjoying tacos. Ugh. If this stream ends in an emergency, you know why. I kid. Although, seriously, yeah. It's taco night. Let's continue.
I don't check on it at all. You want to give what you can if you want to help us stay open for free. Go to drdino.com. You can see all of our channels we're on. Right there, drdino.com. Almost 9 years now. Visitors from all over. People getting saved and baptized. And I love giving tours. Today, Monday, day off, gave a tour. Oh, love it, brother. I don't get a day off, do I?
There's my day off, even though I really don't have to do a goddamn thing, and everyone else will do everything for me because I lead a cult. Hovind, give me your money. I'm going to keep on building eternal projects. That way it seems like I'm not hoarding money, even though I really am. Hovind, it's under the mattress. The dent that Sandra left. That's where I stash it now.
Not really. I want one. I like my job, okay? Get our creation seminar series, $50 for the whole thing, 18 hours, or get our series on what on earth is about to happen, for heaven's sake.
Or you could spend that money on my crappy Patreon, my crappy channel memberships, anything. And it'll go towards a good cause of keeping food in my system. You seen the price of eggs? How about that airline food? Oh, man. Oh, this stream is intentionally garbage. So it's like more garbage than normal. I am literally just doing this to have fun with you guys. I mean, that's all I really ever do it for. And to laugh at this clown.
Folks, we're headed for a disaster. We have a lot of...
Yeah, we're headed for a disaster. We're only 1 minute into this video, which is only... I thought it was 18 minutes. It's only 15 minutes, but still. It's going to be a really shitty 14 and 13 and a half minutes with you, Kent.
Produced thousands of videos to help strengthen your faith in the Word of God. Our Genesis series went through the whole book of Genesis, verse by verse, with my teaching style of making it real simple and understand, lots of charts and visuals where anybody can get it. That's the goal, not to impress anybody. Here we are, March the...
Kent, everything you do is to impress somebody. That's your entire shtick.
3rd, Psalm 77. By the way, we're still looking for a cook. If you like the Lord, love the Lord, want to come help work at our camp for a couple of weeks, try it out. We need to...
You know, I don't know. I don't even look. I am that guy when it comes to, picking up the stuff he needs. I just go, get it, and I'm done. If there's a type of thing I want to look at, I go for it, but I ain't bought eggs in a while. I just stopped bothering. I ain't dealing with it.
A chef down here, so I can get Kevin back on the landscaping.
Now he wants a chef again. He did downgrade to cook. Now he wants a chef again. Okay, Kent.
He's really good at both of those. So we need to... Most people, many people post my videos on their channel. Please do, especially on YouTube.
I'm going to keep on milking this one upload from like 18 years ago because it makes it look like I'm super popular, even though my Rumble numbers... Hang on. Let me get this back down. Even though my Rumble numbers are pretty garbage with 8,000, 8,500 followers, and I get like 900 views on this video. Yeah. Real quality stuff. I mean, those are about like Tomatoes numbers. I mean, he has fewer subscribers, but pulls in about equal views. So I don't know what that tells me. I mean, honestly, it's a matter of not that many people using Rumble. You have to be a particular type of person to use Rumble. So all jokes and facetiousness aside, him not being on YouTube has definitely killed his reach. However, he literally just was in the way of saying, I think, like, that's a way to get our stuff on YouTube.
Without evading their ban, right?
Yeah, see, so he's like, oh, you guys just upload stuff. Technically, yeah, I can see it going both ways. Because this was pre-produced content that wasn't intended for YouTube, these old seminars. I don't really have an opinion one way or the other, truly, to it, but it's just the fact that he's that self-aware all of a sudden.
Feel free to post my videos on YouTube. Okay, they took us off. They didn't tell us why.
Yeah, they tell you why, Kent. You just are too dumb to understand it. And I know people out there, it's like, they're not going to tell us why. It's like, they tell you enough. He knows he done goofed. Also, it's always this they speak of. I like to draw the analogy of, Kent, you say that individuals will send themselves to hell in your theology, as opposed to the deity sending them there. Ergo, by the same logic, you kicked yourself off YouTube by the actions you took. Which the ban evasion is just secondary to the original combination of buying subs, medical misinformation, and it's supposed to be something else. Don't know what. Heard it mentioned here and there, and it seemed valid, but I can't remember. So, yeah. But we think it was primarily the buying subs, ironically, that did it. Much like someone else who shall remain nameless and is probably in the chat again with a sock account has been doing. It's amazing how you can be that drunk and yet still operate a computer.
Didn't follow their community guidelines, whatever that is. Yeah, that's all they ever say. Yeah, you can post our stuff if you like. Oh, let's see. Jeep tours. Yep, I love giving the tours in the Jeep. Took the doors off, the roof off. Muhammad, Buddha, Confucius, still in their grave. By the way, springtime, took the doors off the Jeep. You can come take it. And we've got a 1947 Willys I got from the neighbor. The floorboard's rotted out. Needs.
Look, I know the United States had a thing with Vietnam in the 60s and early 70s, but they don't deserve anyone of their populace to be stuck with Kent Hovind. All right, just saying.
A clutch and needs a gas tank, believe it or not. I think you can order them online, a plastic gas tank, for 100.
Yeah, Kent, you can order a lot of things online. The internet's pretty amazing. Now, this may shock you, Kent, but a decade before you went to prison, a website called eBay was born. And you could buy car crap on that even back then. In fact, I'm going to double check. When did eBay start? September 3rd, 1995. Originally called Auction Web. Yep. So out of the loop there, Kent. Yeah, you can literally buy anything on the internet. In fact, technically speaking, that's how virtually all purchasing happens nowadays in one shape or another. Because information is communicated through the internet. So even your retail chains, the internet is involved. It's kind of ubiquitous.
$100 or something. If you're a mechanic, want a project, come down, spend a couple weeks. Some of you old geezers sitting around doing nothing, come on down. We'll put you up in a cabin, feed you, house you, and you can get the old Jeep running. He told me it ran, but I've not seen that yet. So we got it cheap enough. We can put it. Say if you put about 20 or 30,000 into those things, they're worth $500. So they said the Jeep was developed for four guys. It would carry four guys, and four guys could carry it. That's the theory I've heard anyway.
Brock, always, if you feel the need to debunk creationist garbage, do it. The fact that it's Kent Hovind is just a bonus. And the fact that Kent Hovind's arguments are rejected by most, if not virtually all, other creationists, you think he'd be self-aware enough to realize stuff. I mean, for fuck's sake, the dude still brings up the Ika stones. What kind of fucking clown do you have to be? That'd be like a ufologist and some alien-obsessed nut bringing up alien autopsy as like legitimate proof of aliens. It's like, bruh, we know that was staged. We know it was just a piece of entertainment. 90s were full of things like that. Oh, I forget what the British thing was. Was it Ghost Hunt or something? Or it's a well-known British TV program that was like went way off the rails, promoted itself as real, even had like proper like BBC people of the era on it to add authenticity, and it's like infamous over there. It's known enough, here in the States through the internet, but yeah, definitely check it out. You just look up a British ghost hunt TV show. It'll come up. He's lying. He knows why YouTube booted him. Exactly. Let's get this playing while I look through the comments.
It's really cute. We'd like to get it going, though. Come join us at Genesis Baptist Church and see the progress on Noah's Ark. By the way, brother, that cable the guy gave us will reach from the leap of faith to the ark.
Wow, that means fuck all to us, Kent. Look at him all proud of himself. Wow, someone lent you a long cable. You could have gone to Walmart and bought yourself some really long cable. If they actually have Walmarts out in the middle of that grade of bumfuck nowhere. I'm sure when the construction crews come, all the people in that area get really, really mad because it's an influx of people they don't like. So they never can actually build anything out there.
I got the cable rolled out today. My hands are probably still all messed up from that. We're going to...
Oh, boo-hoo, Kent Hovind rolled out cable. I would love to tell you the stuff I did at work today, Kent, but that would betray details about my job that I just don't want to share. Not in this kind of space, anyway. It suffices to say, I put in more work before 9 a.m. than you do all day.
It's going to be a zip line. It's going to be really cool. 300 feet. Anyway, Come see, help if you're like drywall or painting, come on down to carpentry work, help us finish the ark. We're all planning to do that. Okay, slide number 205, enter. There. Psalm 77. In the day of trouble, I seek the Lord. To the chief musician, Jeduthun. Apparently, Jeduthun was one of the...
God, they're just making up these damn names. Jeduthun. Jeduthun. Musician to Jeduthun. We had, like, Mr. Chokes on Dick last time when me and AJ were streaming together. Wait, that sounded wrong. That was like a dude's name. Man, as a dick or some crap like that. It's like, come on. Oh, man. And then you get to like New Testament, it's like Luke, John, Paul, and it's like, what? Of course, the names only seem normal to us because they are commonly used names. And they're not super complicated as some of these names were. But yeah.
musicians or something that was supposed to put up the music, make up the music for it. A psalm of Asaph. I cried unto the Lord with my voice, even unto God with my voice, and he gave ear unto me. In the day of my trouble, I sought the Lord. You know, some people don't seek the Lord till they got trouble. They ignore God all their life until bad things happen. Then, oh, God, help me.
Yeah, I'm sure you were praying a whole lot when the feds were busting in. Oh, wait, that never happened. You're probably crying yourself to sleep every night. God, why am I here? As you fucked around and found out, Kent.
Where you been the last 4 years? You know, you haven't talked to him at all. I sought the Lord. My soul ran in the night and ceased not. My soul refused to be comforted. Psalm 77, associated with Asaph, often follow a pattern of gloom and brooding, which resolve to confidence in the Lord. Many of Asaph's psalms start...
Better than being drunk and streaming to only yourself. Am I right, everyone? Come on, internet high five.
Off, oh, I got trouble, I got problems, but then it ends up trust in the Lord, okay? This psalm is another example.
Yep, trust in the Lord. Lord Yamato. That's me.
Jeduthun was a worship musician and contemporary
I'm not saying worship me, but I am real.
of Asaph. This song may be set his music. Maybe I think they made a mistake. Set to his music. Okay. Trouble. You got trouble? Trouble's mentioned in the Bible 110 times. You ever had any trouble?
Yes, Kent, and kill and murder and such are mentioned in there many hundreds of times. So what does that tell you, buddy?
If you're married, you understand, okay? Trouble's found in the Bible 68 times. Troubles, plural, found in the Bible 12 times. So apparently, there's a lot of trouble in the Bible. And God wants to help you, okay? You got to follow his rules.
Everyone, we got Jimbo Slice in the chat with his classic opener. 100% accurate. I don't disagree with this statement. I don't think anyone in the audience does either. Well, anyone who can actually comment in the audience.
Rules. If we follow the poetical arrangement and divide at the Selah, Selah means stop and think. Apparently, I've heard the Jews would sing these songs as they went to Jerusalem on their triannual visit to Jerusalem. They had to all go there to offer a sacrifice. And when they came to the word Selah, say the whole village is walking together, you know, to the singing these psalms. When they came to Selah, they would stop and think, because the word means stop and think. That's what I've heard anyway. So you can divide it up by the Selahs. We find the troubled man of God pleading in Psalm 77, 1 through 3. Then we shall hear him lamenting and arguing with himself in the next couple verses. And then the last few, his meditations run toward God. And we should too. Stop and think. Stop and think. I love just getting alone where it's quiet and say, Lord, talk to me, Father. Help me to listen. Lord, some of you got noise all the time. You got to have a video game going or got to have your cell phone up your head. Got to have something going on. Shut it all off and just listen to the Lord.
No. But I mean, I do plenty of detaching myself from all these things. It amounts to a kind of meditation, just a little zone out. I just do a deep think on things. It's quite nice, quite cleansing. I'm not all new agey by any means, but I definitely do recommend, just separating for a while, turning off everything you can around you, trying to keep things quiet, if you're able to, if you don't need to, block out constant obnoxious noise in your environment. and just letting your mind wander for a bit can usually be pretty good. Way better than when I go to sleep. All I ever get is nightmares. But you know, never heard any magic voices talk to me. And generally speaking, from what I've heard, this isn't my medical advice, but this is medical advice that I've heard that if you do start hearing random voices talking to you, you should probably seek professional help. And generally speaking, whenever anyone in the modern era, God has told them to do something, it usually hasn't been too good. So I don't know what that tells you.
He's trying to talk to you, but you can't hear. You got too many distractions going on, okay? I remembered God and was troubled. I complained and my spirit was overwhelmed. Selah. There's the first one. First three verses. Stop and think about it, okay?
Look, can't a second ago you're like, can't God trying to talk to you, but you got too many distractions. It's like, look, all bro has to do is pop up in the chat in Guild Wars, and be like, hey Chris, what up? I'm the big G. First off, you're doing this whole grind wrong, and two, you mind stopping for a bit and having a chat? And I'll be like, oh snap, okay. That's the thing that kills me is it's always this whimsical, just listen to your heart crap when it comes to, the deity getting in touch. They want to talk so badly, but they can't just pop right there in a way that they know for a fact you would pay attention to and communicate with you. If a Damascus Road experience is good for, who was it, Saul or whomever, you know, then it's good enough for me, Heisenberg, right?
Thou holdest mine eyes waking. I am so troubled that I cannot speak. You ever had one of those days? Everything gone wrong? I have considered the days of old, the years of ancient times. There's a strong resemblance between this psalm and Habakkuk near the end of the Bible, one of the minor prophets.
Oh, yeah, Habakkuk. And not like a fish. Yep. Well, the prophets is a fish. Oh, wait, I know what that's telling you. It's telling me that in Guild Wars, if I fish a lot, I can make massive profits because I may get ambergris, which sells for like nearly 2 gold a pop, which is a nice little chunk of change, in aggregate.
Into the Old Testament. It may be divided at the Selahs. The psalmist anguish. It's well to give expression to grief.
No, let's not divide sea lions. I like my aquatic mammals whole and very, very happy.
Do not lock it in your breast. Even in the thick darkness, reach out your hands toward God. Your fingertips will find themselves touched by the divine response. Got troubles in your life? Reach out to God, okay? Selah. Here's the whole psalm. There's only 20 verses in Psalm 77. There's Selah, Selah, Selah. Stop it. And the psalm is kind of divided up by those Selahs, like the guy said.
Yeah, and you should read the book of Chris, Kent. You'll learn a lot of things in that book. It's much better written by a much better author.
I call to remembrance my song in the night. I commune with my own heart and my spirit. Made diligent search. Sometimes you just got to commune with yourself. Nobody else wants to listen to you. Just get alone and talk to yourself.
Yeah. Ever since Sandra left, that's all you've been able to do at night, huh, Kent? Please, you probably talk to yourself anyway. You probably don't carry on any actual conversations with anyone else around you unless you need something from them. Am I being too mean today? I feel like I'm being a little harsh. Not so much to Kent, but to, Christianity and religion in general. Then I remember 'tis a silly concept. And a very dangerous one. But that's for another essay down the line. Let's continue.
Talk to the Lord, read his word. He'll show you an answer, okay? Will the Lord cast off forever? And will he be favorable no more?
Various. I occasionally will stream a little bit of just random Guild Wars play from time to time. My computer is like legit nearly 11 years old now. So it doesn't quite handle running the game and streaming and doing everything all the best at once. But yeah, I do stream it from time to time. So be on the lookout for Guild Wars and Guild Wars and Chill streams. Additionally, I'm considering trying to come up with a format for like I guess the only thing I could say is lore videos or videos discussing some topics from my point of view in the game universe, which is going to be weird because that'll attract Guild Wars players, and then they're going to see all the atheist content, and they're going to be like, "What the hell is this?" But it's the problem where YouTube wants to treat everything, or people treat YouTube like everything needs to be like a condensed channel. You can't have a channel that's just a person, and that's what mine is. You're not coming to the Hovind channel, you're coming to the Yamato channel for me. So yeah, but long story short, yeah, I got more Guild Wars stuff. Definitely having gonna be happening soon. I just gotta be in the right mood for it.
Is his mercy
Like I play every day, but streaming it, that's a different world because I feel like I got to make the gameplay interesting, and a lot of times since it's an MMO, it's not.
clean gone forever? Lord, I got troubles. Are you not listening? Doth his promise fail forevermore? Hath God forgotten to be gracious? Hath he shut up his tender mercy?
Anyway, point blank, I don't give a flying fuck what Missing Mod says. I don't give a shit.
Selah. Stop and think. Verse 10. And I said, this is...
Like, let me be clear, and I'm completely open on this. This shit gets views. People want to see people rip into this guy. I am providing content that the people want. Done.
my infirmity, but I will remember the years of...
Like, if I found a bigger lolcow that I felt like dealing with in this capacity, I'd go for him. This is the one I decided to milk. That's it. Welcome to the internet.
the right hand of the Most High. Sometimes it's good to remember when God brought you through other problems. You going through something now? Stop and think. Did he bring it through the last time? Yeah. I will remember. I will remember. I will remember. It's in there 3 times. I remember
I will remember you. Will you remember me? No one's going to remember Kent Hovind in 50 years. That's for damn sure.
works of the Lord. Surely I will remember the wonders of old. It's good to keep kind of a diary or notes when God helps you. Keep a list. Go back and look at that once in a while. Oh, God did help me, okay? Remember, found in the Bible 148 times. I will meditate also of all thy work and talk of thy doings. Thy way, O God, is in the sanctuary. Who is so great a God as our God? Nobody, okay? And Isaac went to the field, went out to meditate in the field. He just went out there to talk, think, okay? Now, Joshua 1:8, amazing verse. You ought to memorize that one. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, thou shalt have good success. You want to be successful? Meditate in God's word, okay? Psalm 1, his delight is in the law of the Lord, and his law doth he meditate day and night. Okay. Thou art the God that dost wonders. Thou hast declared thy strength among the people. Thou hast with thine arm redeemed thy people. Redeem means you bought them back. The sons of Jacob and Joseph, Selah, stop and think. The waters saw thee, O God, the waters saw thee, they were afraid, and the depths also were troubled.
Did I miss anything interesting of what 0645-2017 said? Because I've just been paying attention to you guys' conversation and waiting for something to jump in on. No? Okay, didn't think so.
The clouds poured out water. The skies sent out a sound. Thine arrows also went abroad. The arrows, when it talks about the arrows of God, like Psalm 18, he thundered in the heavens, and the highest gave his voice, hailstones and coals of fire. Yea, he sent out his arrows and scattered them. He shot out lightnings and discomforted them. Many people think the arrows that God uses are hail and lightnings. You see those in the book of Revelation.
Okay, we have evidences, and now we have lightnings. What is this deal with putting S's on uncountable nouns? Why do people do that? Are you just dumb? I guess so.
At the end of time, what God's going to use for the end. Get my video series on what on earth is about to happen. Whoa, it's coming, folks. You watch lightning and hail. Hail, the weight of a talent is going to come down. I forget how much a talent weighs now. 10 pounds or something? Make it a 10-pound hail. No, 100 pound. Yeah, 100-pound hailstones. That'd put a dent in your car, wouldn't it? Yeah, okay. The voice of thy thunder was in the heaven, the lightnings lightened the world, and the earth
Oh, this is boring. You're boring, Kent.
trembled and shook. Thy way is in the sea, and thy path in the great waters, and thy footsteps are not known. Thou leddest thy people like a flock by the hand of Moses and Aaron. God led the people, but he used human people to do it, Moses and Aaron.
Wow. It's almost as if God did nothing at all. And you're just attributing the actions of two characters to Magic Sky Daddy. You ever notice that God can do everything that people can't do, but whenever it's something that people can do, God can't do it without using people? It's funny. Really funny.
God said, Moses, follow that cloud. At night, it's going to turn to a pillar of fire. Follow the pillar. People, follow Moses, okay? Follow. We should be like a blind man. We just say, Lord, would you just show me where to go? I'll try to follow.
Ah, yes, even more of the I'm crippled, I'm disabled, I'm not a good entity. So I need Magic Sky Daddy to do things because I'm apparently supposed to be divinely made, but I'm also completely messed up. Because that's what a loving deity does. Hey, you're fucked up. You better do what I say or else. It's like, and this happened, the other day and all that garbage. Um, and y'all have heard me recently get really just annoyed by this concept because it's the crux of why Christianity is just a complete load of evil shit. Is the constant idea of salvation. Salvation from what? The punishment that your deity is going to provide if I don't accept this salvation? Why do I even need this? Oh, because of this concept of sin that's arbitrarily bestowed upon people. What is sin? No one, it's always defined by example. It's never just defined, quantified, identified explicitly as something. It's the entire crux of everything in the Abrahamic faiths. And it's nothing. So the whole damn thing breaks down completely. And people will literally be like, you mean you don't believe sin? I'm a fucking atheist. What the fuck do you think? Can you not extrapolate? But, obviously I'm not the smart one if I'm an atheist, It's fucking ridiculous. Just no new arguments. No new anything. Just bold assertions. Constantly acting like people are just horrible by default. But remember, we're the evil ones. We're the dark ones. We're the ones who there's nothing good about us when we actually value people for who they actually are. It's just, I could go on and on. This isn't the stream for that. I need to write a piece on this more than anything, but I still have not been in the urge to write as much as I want to do fun streams with you guys. So let's keep going.
Help me, Lord. The Lord will scatter you among the nations, that you shall be left few in number, whither the Lord shall lead you. The Lord, God wants to lead you. Verse Deuteronomy 32, the Lord alone did lead him. There was no strange God with him. Psalm of David, Psalm 23, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. God wants to lead you if you let him.
Hey, now remember, Mormon Jesus had that endless celestial sex going on. We are going to get to the Band of Mormon cartoon sooner or later. I just got to be in the right mood and plan it well in advance so everyone knows when to be there.
Some of you aren't listening. And if he did tell you what to do, you wouldn't want to do it. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Now keep in mind, the first verse, the Lord's my shepherd. You know why a shepherd has a rod and a staff? to smack the sheep when they get out of line.
You know why you have no wives and 4 ex-wives? Because you're an asshole. Hovind.
He got the hook on the end of his shepherd's staff with the hook on the end. He can grab the sheep by the neck. Get over here, idiot. We're going this way. Okay. Sometimes God has to do that to us. Thy rod and thy staff. If God's correcting you, it's good for you. You should thank him. Okay. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. This lady was in the church, and she was getting old and kind of losing her mind, okay? She came to the pastor. She said, Pastor, there are 2 people following me. Everywhere I go, they're following me. The pastor said, well, I know who that is. You do? He opened up his Bible to Psalm 23. Goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of thy life. He said,
Hey, so I'm going to put the band name and the song title. There. That's that's in the chat. Y'all just check that out when you get done with this. Just look the music video. Enjoy. They're a rock band from Finland that I really, really like.
Ma'am, you're lucky. God sent goodness and mercy to follow you. And so for the rest of her day, she would set 2 extra places at the table for goodness and mercy to come sit down. Hold the door open for him. Do you want to follow the Lord? Maybe you don't. It's up to you. Okay.
Not so much. I wouldn't say I'm a leader, but I'm not explicitly a follower, and I certainly don't follow fictional characters. Not like that.
That's the end of Psalm 77. Take Whack an Atheist tomorrow night. No, Psalm 78. Okay, and then Whack an Atheist. I like the Whack an Atheist Wednesday. Any questions or comments, brother?
Please, Ken. You turn multiple streams a day into Whack an Atheist when you don't have anything better to do. You just do that all the time if you like it so much. You consider it part of your sermons. Whack an Atheist is a sermon. Me rambling on with volleyball guy about conspiracy theories is a sermon. Me complaining about my ex-wife is a sermon. Everything's a sermon to you. Oh, but I'm sorry. I can't pick on a 72-year-old piece of shit who's a pastor because you get automatic immunity for that. Mm-hmm. The same guy who childishly attacks the atheist community constantly, or just anyone who accepts actual science, because that's his entire shtick, you know. Okay. The guy who does this all the time. You know, all the time you don't see me streaming, you don't see me on, is because I'm doing other stuff. I'm at work because I actually have a job, unlike some people. I am doing things with people. I'm going out and exploring things that catch my interest. Ain't much that I want to do in this damn city, but sometimes I find a little hole in the wall that I might go check out. Or I'm just chilling, enjoying something myself. Watching a movie, putting some games up. You got me on Discord, you see me pop in and out of stuff all the time. It's just how I do. Because I actually have a life. Unlike some people. In their cult compound, in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. Or their parents' basement. Getting drunk constantly.
If dinosaurs are 6,000 years old, then we should be able to measure the age with carbon-14. If anybody engaged in research.
This is another thing that freaking kills me, is these people actively follow this guy. They watch Kent's content, or supposedly do. They supposedly care what he has to say, and yet they will ask stupid questions like this, or say stupid things like this, knowing good and well he has literally devoted hours to his same meandering bullshit, complaining about it. It's like, bro, you're supposed to be a fan of this guy. Do you even Hovind? Oh, you're wearing a Ken Hovind shirt? Name 3 of his talking points. It's like, come on.
Carbon-14, I mentioned this the other night in my seminar. If the Earth is
You mention it every 3 weeks, Kent. Shut the fuck up. And I mean every 3 weeks for the past 30 years.
as the Bible teaches, had a crystal canopy over the head of the atmosphere before the flood, which fell down at the time of the flood. The Jews have always taught it was 2 or 3 fingers thick. That would prevent the formation of carbon-14.
Now, let us note that while I've made references, I have not in any way, shape, or form brought up who the inebriated person is. So, should they choose to react to anything I've said here, them or their cohorts, a cohort, I should say, then they're just acknowledging that they identify as a drunken loser living in their mom's basement with no job and no life.
Which means animals that lived before the flood probably had almost none in their body. But today, it's 0.0000764%. We dig them up and we date them by today's standard, and there's the whole problem. They don't get it. You got to.
You know what's sad is that song that I mentioned earlier, Hug You Hardcore. Well, a lot of people generally like that 2016 album of oh fuck, I forgot the title of it because it's a crazy one. I actually found the album pretty disappointing. The first half was better than the second to me, and Hug You Hardcore was probably the peak of the album for me. So that's a shame because I freaking love Lordy. But it is what it is. And yeah, the video starts out so nice and then goes straight dark. It's pretty awesome. And hopefully you watch the uncensored version.
Rubber ruler. I think soft dinosaur tissue has been found. Red blood cells from dinosaurs have been found. There have been many good articles published on Answers in Genesis has some good stuff. ICR.
Yeah. AIG and ICR, the same groups that disavow all the crap you say and say that people need to stop using as arguments against reality.
Our creation. What's that? There's several good websites that deal with this about dinosaur. Have they carbon dated them? I believe so, but I got too many things going through my brain at one time. I don't remember. Okay, I think so. And it should give a carbon date of thousands, tens of thousands of years old, because if they lived before the flood and were drowned in the flood, they would have almost no C14, which is going to make them date much older than they really are because of the crystal canopy overhead.
Yeah, and in better news, I'm also going to mention another Lordy song that is probably my favorite. The Riff. That is such a badass song. And I would love to play them for you now. But I don't feel like dealing with the nature of copyright insofar as I would like to be able to monetize this. But Chris, you're just doing it for the money. You want to monetize? No, I just think my time has value. My input has value. And if advertisers want to throw shit on my videos and me make a few shekels off of it, then welcome to the capitalist world. Something I'll always find hilarious is when people who are obsessed with true capitalism and they're all right wing, socialism bad. When they bitch about people playing the capitalist game and monetizing their content as if that has any value to whether or not or to any effect on the value of the content of whether it's right or wrong, whether someone finds it entertaining or not. The difference is, and the thing they always miss is with Hovind, he says he's not in it for the money when he clearly is. He says he doesn't care about people, calling him doctor when he has it put in front of everything. It's always contradictions, as you guys have brought up. It is always contradictions. Pisses me right the fuck off. Because they're hypocrites. Oh, excuse me, let me say it like Kent does. Hypocrite. He's a hypocrite in the water.
Yeah, there's the whole problem. Okay, thank you for the question. Any more? Okay, Thursday, Friday, all you skeptics, here's your chance. Open, all in. If you're going to curse and swear.
Yeah, if I do player's review, it'd technically be fair use, but I don't want to fight and argue with it and go through all the stuff. and that's not to say I want, I feel like it'd be a horrible battle with them, but I just don't want to deal with it. The video I did yesterday, where I took that Iosiz track and did the instrumental cut of it, um, I'm surprised that hasn't flagged anything. But apparently, nothing checks against it. But I'm still not going to toggle the monetization flag on that because personal ethics. There is nothing I own on that. I just simply had an AI routine extract the vocals. Um, I'm sharing it just as a matter of public service to those who would be interested in such. You know, eh, it's not the same as doing a review on something, but I try to respect this stuff where I can. I don't know. I kind of lost my own train of thought in that, but I could probably play a little bit of it. But you guys can look it up as well. Kent, your open mics are not open. Yeah, exactly. It could be like our buddy Dr. Cassius here trying to hop into something previously from an unnamed person stream, being called the wrong person who we have no clue who the fuck that guy is, and person like only allowing him to like be on there for 5 seconds and then kicking him off. And then letting him in, but leaving him muted so he couldn't say anything. It's like, I tried to let you in. I didn't say I'd, let you talk. It's like, what kind of childish shit is that? And then bragging about being a master troll in your own chat. It's like, bruh, you're 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 you're, you're in double digit age, right? Like, act like it. Come on.
Get off topic. We'll shut you off. Okay, get your own channel. Thank you. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Oh, we're done with Kent. Yeah, I I'm glad that was actually I'm kind of upset that was a short one because even though I still managed to work this out to over 50 minutes, I've been having fun. I've been having fun. And yeah, yeah, you were in there for over 45 minutes. Um, and in fact, if you look on AJ's channel, there is a video that may or may not contain AJ's interactions during this whole thing that include the time of Cassius sitting there and saying, "Hey, I'm here, let me in. Hey, I was setting up my mic. What's your problem?" etc., etc. Don't give Ken's people any ideas. Uh-oh. I don't know what idea I gave them, but that's bad. I shouldn't be doing that. From DeviantOutcast, what kills me is that people are legit so void of education, they're actually asking a fuckwit like Kent instead of asking someone who could give an informed answer. This too. Uncensored version of Hug Yardcore, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty wild. Didn't know what happened. That is scummy. Hey, look, it's Otaku X. Everybody having a good time today? And I'm having a fun time with you guys. I'm debating if there's something else we might want to do. Let me. Should we do a double feature? I mean, Kent is live now at 48 viewers, but I don't want to look at Psalm 78. I don't like doing the videos while they're still going thing. Sorry. But let's see. How far back can we go? It doesn't look like there's anything too special in his back catalog. I mean, there's a Simon Dan whacking atheist from 11 months ago. But I don't think that's gonna be too interesting. Get your own channel from someone banned. Yeah. Yeah, that's another thing. It's like Kent, you realize the bulk of those people who are now currently like names you're aware of, people who are actively in opposition to you, all have their own outlets to share this stuff. They don't just sit there in isolation brooding over the existence of Kent. Like they're actually competent enough to set up a channel and not get it taken down by YouTube. Unlike some people, it's funny. The people who like Kent seem to have problems keeping channels going, and also seem to be pretty just scummy people. But those against Kent seem to not have the same issue. Just, I don't know, just weird. Oh yeah, no, I'm getting a little tired here, honestly. I may just call it here in just a sec. I mean, the bulk of things are done, but damn it, I'd still like to hang out with everybody. You know what? Let me get the Discord linkamajig copper. Um, expires in 7 days. No, let me edit this to 30 minutes. There we go. All right. We got a 30-minute Discord link going into the chat. Boom. So you've got 30 minutes if you want to be in my Discord to hop on in till the next time I decide to open it up. Sorry, I got the yawn. Something terrible on this end. Curious, has Hovind ever done a call-out to you? If you go back to a couple of my older videos, I have done ones reacting to that and acknowledging. He has shown multiple cases of me doing videos on him, mention him out by name. That's actually where the Caruso tomato joke came from, is that's what he originally said in regards to me. That's how he pronounced my name. He's addressed me a couple of times as existing. Otherwise, has just shown one of my articles on Zadara. When I did the video on him and Simon Dan's debate, he showed the thumbnail, Mushroom Cloud Dan and Nuking Kent. And yeah, so he's aware of me. But he's probably never going to do a whack an atheist on me because, for one, I just straight riff on him. Sometimes, critiquing his stuff, but eh. And for two, yeah, he'd have to censor too much stuff because I like to say fuck, shit, bitch, ass, and stuff all the time. Because, I use big words. I use the sentence enhancers. Yep. Wish YouTube would help ban those people that helped Kent ban evade. SFT and Proverbs guys being the big ones. Yeah, I could take it either way. I'm not much of a fan of Donnie, but he seems to have gotten smart and realized he needs to distance himself from Kent because you notice he hasn't been there forever. Program did you use to get started on YouTube? Yeah, we can turn this into just an open chat for a while. What exactly are you meaning by the question, though? Because, like, right now I'm using Restream to do these streams. Previously, I did StreamYard for a bit, and my normally recorded videos and some streams. Apologize, I keep yawning. I go into yawn fits. If for those of you who don't know, I would use OBS and some custom stuff. For doing video editing, I've got an old copy of Vegas lying around that I use. I use Photoshop for my image editing, old versions, of course. Yeah, I just use whatever will get the job done. And it's just the stuff I'm familiar with is older Photoshop builds, older Vegas builds, and now Restream and a little bit of OBS. Yeah, Kent is scummy people, so everyone wants to be around him is scummy. We're at the airport now, so I can't come to these very often. Oh, well, Zach, at least you get to be at an airport. That's got to be cool in some aspects. Shit, I wish I could go to the airport more often. I mean, if I got a job at FedEx, I could work down at the airport because that's where the central hub for the company is. FedEx is Memphis based. But man, that safety record. You know, I don't feel like being injured by a DC-10 loading door. Okay, just saying. I think FedEx still uses DC-10s. May not. May have just retired them, but still. Yeah, George Carlin would. Oof. Rip a new one. As long as Discord link valid, 30 minutes. Yeah. It's a 30-minute link. Before I hop off, anyone else got any random questions or anything? I mean, I'm still here for a little bit. Anyone? Anyone? Going once? Going twice? All right. All my audience is being redirected to Ken Hovind's stream now. You can do that or else. Let's just take a look see while I wait for you guys to if you got any questions to ask. Let's just look and see. Let's see. We got President Carrot's speech, RFK Jr. crap. Top live categories: news, Republican politics, podcast, trending news as opposed to regular news, 24/7, conspiracies, entertainment, music, gaming. Well, if that don't tell you where things lie on Rumble, 1,000 people in gaming and fucking, 72K in Republican politics. Rock music only has 636. Viral? I didn't know right wingers believed in viruses. I thought they were fake. Let's see. Debo covering random crap. Okay. Let's see, Fortnite junk, Dying Light. I mean, I'm seeing more gaming than I thought it'd be here, and I ain't watched anything on Rumble. This is literally all I've watched on Rumble ever in this browser is Hovind. Uh, Trump said today will be big. No one gives a shit. And why is this under crypto? What the hell does it matter? 51% attack. Okay, from Bitcoin.com. I mean, what kind of clown shit is this? Tariff war. The market is not ready for this. The market's never ready for right wing nut jobs. Come the fuck on. Let's see. Fuck, I forgot how this joke goes. The unladen swallow. I don't know for sure. FedEx flies MD-11 still. Working at FBO. Gas station for planes. Cool. Can't post a schedule for Whack and Atheist this week. I think it was blank going through most of his schedule when we saw it earlier. Yeah, got unsubscribed at some point. Resub during your collab with AJ the other day. Man, see now I'm getting it. People, it happening to people. Like, why? Why is this happening? Meanwhile, I unsubscribe from things. I pretty much purged my list, so my sub feed is good. But I'll unsub from things, and I'll still be getting those recommendations like 3 months later. And I'll tell YouTube I don't want it. I don't want it, and they just keep bringing it my way. Full service gas station. Look, I would love to have an easy supply to jet grade or aviation grade jet fuel. What I really want is a lot of RP1, the kerosene derivative used for rockets. Actually, I have a thing. Here's another piece of Yamato lore. I really like your classic oil lamps, your kerosene lanterns and all that jazz. I really want to run one with RP1. Super highly enriched kerosene, super pure. Love the idea. But I don't have the money for, a big old barrel of that. And I don't know how I'd do anything with it. I was planning on it, and then things changed. Right wingers, you can use anime in anyway. Yeah. Like here's a funny thing. I make it known that there are some broad speaking right wing creators I do follow, and I don't necessarily agree with everything, but when I do agree with them, it's kind of funny. One of them happens to be It's a Gundam, like some of their stuff. And it's so weird, having been a fan of Gundam and seeing one, it just feels weird. This dude embracing the Gundam concept as his identity, and knowing it like Namco or anything, like throwing a fit, Bandai, what have you. Um, but conjunctively, it's just like, oh man, this is funny, this is neat, and then it's like the next video, you're like, oh, dude, I can't watch this, and instead of bitching about it, I just don't watch it, you know, which is another thing for some reason people on YouTube have never figured out is that hey, you can just not watch the content, like it can be that simple. Instead, they got to bitch about it. But YouTube is YouTube. Ever seen Holy Grail until a few years ago? Theatrical re-release. Saw it. Sweet. When they did the Star Wars re-releases in '97, I got to see A New Hope. I got to see Empire. Didn't get to go see Return of the Jedi, which is my favorite of the trilogy. Incidentally, with the prequels, I saw Phantom Menace. I saw Attack of the Clones, but didn't get to theatrically see the Revenge of the Sith. I was about to say Force Awakens. I'm like, oh God, no. So, incidentally, the third film in each trilogy, I've never been able to see theatrically. And I'm a Star Wars fan. Welcome to my life. And yeah, I could have seen Return of the Jedi, but I didn't even find out about it until it was basically too late. It just fell off my radar. I actually cannot, Zach. A few years ago, probably 10 or more. RP1, I have seen suppliers for it in barrels. You just pay for it and there you go. It's just shipped to you industrially. I don't know. I don't know if there's extra stuff. I never went that far in it, but airplane repair company. And whenever a jet came in, they gave away the jet fuel. People just need to ask. Neat. Love Gundam though. Bunch of them next to my TV. The Xeon logo in front of the plate of my red SUV. Hell yeah. Ooh, YouTube channel that I like, Rerez. They do some fun stuff, and the reason Gundam made me think of is they covered that terrible American Gundam game, when before stuff was actually established, like what the hell is Gundam in like canonically converted to English, so they kind of had to butcher things. They have like the Duchy of Zayon and stuff. It's crazy. It's so ridiculous, but Rerez, cool channel. Sell for us by the gallon if you ask. Grab a truck and pump it. Goes for 100. Listen, Jersey Chick Man, I still need to, Stacy. I still need to. Also, I don't think Huggy Hardcore has much to do with sexting. I think it's a little bit more about yeah, fists going places. Well, Justin, you're a lucky one, aren't you? Andy, your book. Yeah, that's beyond my levels. This is where my random knowledge of things falls flat. I mean, what else we got here on the World of Warcraft Classic? We get meme stuff. Get your pop culture fix. Featured playlists. Cinder's live stream. No idea. Cinder the Fox VTuber. This would either be cute or terrifying. It's gonna be one or the other, and I'm not about to click to find out. Let's see. We got some sports, some NXT, viral. Took PPP loans. Who gives a shit? Buckeye butterfly. Okay, I mean, I like butterflies. That's neat. Backwoods of the Boundary Waters canoe area. Okay, Jay's Critter Cam. I mean, there's some channels on here that aren't complete garbage. Because, I mean, it is a platform. It is a place to share stuff. Nothing prevents me from getting an account on here or making an account on here, setting stuff up, and then, just having my stuff simulcast. But, I don't feel like dealing with the assholes. Is it really a platform I want to be on? I don't know. I guess I do know that I don't want to be on it. Remember the first release of the Gundam novels from late 80s, early 90s, and the enemy mobile suit was called a Zack? Yeah, that's what they did. That's what they did in the game. It's crazy. No, just like the first two lines of lyrics said, "Oh, sex." I swear to God, it said, "Oh yeah, it is sexing up there." Sorry, yeah, I can't read for shit. Elvis, King, or Antichrist? Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, I didn't mention today that I love you guys. Y'all are awesome. Especially the 26 of you that are still hanging out. Because this stream's been over and done with. Now we're just chilling. It's the after show. Kerman. Oh yeah, I recognize Kerman. Jeb Kerman. R.I.P. to Jeb Kerman. He got simultaneously blown up, burned up on reentry, failed to make it off the pad, made it too far off the pad, parachute didn't deploy, parachute deployed too early, EVA'd when he shouldn't have, went into orbit around every single body in the Kerbin system, crashed into Minimus, crashed into Moon, crashed into Joule, left the solar system, and crashed into the sun, all simultaneously. If you ever played Kerbal Space Program, you'd understand. Just statistically, since he's the first Kerbal you fire around with, he's most likely to just get killed. No one's gonna watch Rumble. Yeah, but it's the idea of just pissing people off by, oh no, this damn liberal's putting the content on the Rumble. We can't be having that. Free speech only applies to us right wing fucking nut jobs. Yeah. Let the Martians also wrote a short prequel to Ready Player One that was made canon. Neat. So it gives me something to listen to while playing Minecraft. Yeah, well, gonna be ending in here soon. I've got the rest of my dailies to do in Guild Wars, and then I want to try to get to sleep sometime reasonable because I nearly fell asleep at lunch today. Like I said, I was tired. I was tired at lunch. And they fixed the TV in the break room for the first time in like 2 fucking years. They replaced the dish box. We got a new remote finally, which is what went wrong. So now everyone's fucking watching like Law and Order. It's like that's the show now. Just you go in the break room. There's fucking Law and Order on the Law and Order channel. It's like I don't want to hear that while I'm on break. Put on King of the Hill or something. Shit. So I'm gonna try to, when I get an opportunity, steal the remote and turn it to whatever channel King of the Hill gets, FX or FXX whenever it's on. Find the schedule and there we go. Jeb will always be my first Kerbinaut. Hell yeah. Can't talk text for shit. Get to the live stream. Can we start over? Ooh, Billy, that would require me having to watch Hovind again. But hey, my live streams stay up. They don't get privated randomly after they go because I realize I made an ass of myself. I already know I make an ass of myself regularly, and I just stopped caring. That's why y'all tune in. So you can always go back and rewatch it. Although I do say some mean things about, the Christianity. But as everyone knows, my stance is a certain level of personal religion I get, and the way a lot of people are about their faith, I totally get. But then when it comes to stuff like Hovind and the assertions of everything being literally true, that's the point where I'm just like, ugh. And I mean, I have some problems with the root fundamentals here and there, but people's personal stuff, I can still find value in them having those feelings, and can take value when they share that level of care stemming from that onto someone, and it's genuine. I always have to explain this stuff because it's so complicated. Like it shouldn't be, but it is. But I'm just being random at this stage. I don't know when to shut up. Anything Big Cheeto has to say. Yeah, AJ's DVD number 5 short is fucking hilarious. You know what? We're watching it. We're watching it. Let me get to his channel real quick. Oh yeah, Brock uploaded his video. Talking to Kent be like. All right, we're going to go to. All right, hang on, everybody. We're taking an adventure here. This is one Stacy's already taken, but we're all doing it now. Welcome to AJ Shorts. Wow, 410 views. He's already rocking it with this one.
Bro, how many hits of that Young Earth Creationism did you take? Just 2. I watched 2 of the seminars. Why? 2? Only 2? Wait, which ones did you watch? It was the Age of the Earth and then the Dangers of Evolution. That's DVD number 5. Yeah, DVD number 5. DVD number 5.
DVD number 5?
DVD number...
FBI, open up!
When I watched it, I knew the FBI open up was coming. I just knew that was gonna be there, and it was still just the best when it happened. Oh, let's see what y'all have to say. Oh, I can love you guys. Well, Billy, I have a severe problem with the concept of sin that the religion kind of fundamentally revolves around. Simultaneously, one can abstract that to be something symbolic, um, which I think a lot of people do. So honestly, even then, if I'm attacking the literal concept of sin, so ergo, yeah, I guess I'm being too hard on myself on my religion bashing, given that yeah, you repeatedly acknowledge it's the Hovind version and similar versions. So thank you for reminding me that I'm not a complete asshole. I appreciate that. Much love to you, Billy. And oh man, speaking of that, Billy, or more correctly, rest of the audience, if you aren't following Billy's stuff, you need to check it out. He uploaded re-uploaded an older video today, going through the craziness of Chris Jones' convictions. It's unpleasant, very unpleasant. It isn't an isolated incident. Of course, we all know Kent lies, but yeah. Do not think for a second that Chris Jones isn't anything in his past except absolute scum. If he's changed, okay. Don't think he has. Don't think he has. Excuse me. Thank you, Shunk. I do appreciate you for watching. Cassius like, yeah! Otaku X, yeah, I don't hate religion as a whole. I've been non-theistic Buddhist for over 20 years. It's the people only make it their whole life, constantly try to fix it. See, I'm weird because I define myself as anti-theist, and I would say I do, for the most part, hate the concept of religion, insofar as what religion generally is. But what people will identify as their religion, the ideals they may hold to, I can sometimes appreciate that. So it's a semantic game, really, but it's convoluted. I'm still trying to work my way through it because I find myself sometimes just saying stuff and I'm just like, oh shit, I'm being mean. And then I got to think why I'm like that. Why am I saying this? No disassemble. No disassemble Hovind. No disassemble Hovind. Oh man. Deviant wanting us to play it again. Oh man, I can't play it again. Um. So from an artistic point of view, I can't speak for AJ, but I'm figuring that's him. That's representing the person realizing the mistake they actually made and what's going to happen. It's I don't know the term for it, but it's a cinematic trait of showing a descent into madness which would be over a long time in a very short period. Hence the symbolizing the DVD number 5, get your ass rated. And it's like, oh, he's like, oh shit, we done messed up. Oh, there they are. That's the idea. It's not so much a deep dive on legal stuff that Billy did per se. It was a reading of the actual charges from Orange County. But it is the facts of what was actually done. What the charges were. Kent lies. In other words, things go down. Yeah, but if you listen to the flat earthers, just because of buoyancy and density. Boy, those flat earthers are really stupid. They'll believe anything. Anyway, the crystalline canopy was about 3 fingers thick, Hovind. Pagan and we don't have sin. Yeah, I was pagan for quite a while, and yeah, a lot of religions don't have a concept that even remotely comes close to it. Some do, others don't. This is America. We can have free ideas and differences, but once we start being disrespectful and closing free thought, belittling other thoughts, not okay. We can all stand against awful people. I don't know why I had to read it that way. No. I didn't mean to do it mockingly. When you say this is America, I end up thinking the South Park thing. I thought this was America. But yeah, it is really more of a matter of, stuff like Hovind. It's a matter of him being just a horrible person. And that's why people defending Hovind always hide behind he's a pastor, he's an old man. It's like, he's still a horrible person who enables horrible people to do horrible things. And I would expect a 72-year-old, especially a preacher, to be a lot more, I don't know, civilized in the way he does things. And yeah, we should learn from each other, grow, and have fun standing against con artists. A montage. No, Beerus, it was 3 fingers thick. Yeah. 3 fingers thick. That's how it works. A crystalline canopy, 3 fingers thick. Harvard. America, fuck it. Man, I should start charging super chats for y'all to make me say weird crap. I've never watched Team America. You think I would have? Never have. I should do that sometime. Also debating rewatching South Park again. I may have mentioned this before. I can watch South Park up to the 18th season. That's the cutoff point. Once you hit season 18, I don't like the direction the show started to go. It got a little too real for me. And I guess South Park is kind of a comfort show. So as you hit stuff that's more modern, more recent, I just can't enjoy it. So 2016 is kind of the cutoff for pretty much anything parodying modern culture, in like real time. But early South Park, I fucking love. Training montage. All right, I'm just loving you guys. I always love when y'all talk. I haven't either, even though I keep intending to. Can't send the super chat without it being terrified. Dragging to get into newer seasons. Yeah, once you hit season 18, it starts becoming very episodic, like serialized, rather than individual isolated stories. And then once you start having like Elon Musk in there and shit, I'm just like, look, I've hated Elon Musk for nearly a decade now. I realized he was shit even before the Thai cave rescue. It was literally the first moment, originally the ITS, now the super heavy bullshit and Starship were announced, that it was a cult, very much like Hovind. So I, like, believe me, I see the man and I'm immediately like, nope, done, not dealing with this. I can't even watch videos talking shit about him, like Thunderfoot's anti-Musk videos. I can't even watch those. I want so little to do with that man. But yeah. I watched South Park since one of the serialized seasons. Don't remember which. Just didn't like it serialized. Same reason I don't like Star Trek Discovery, but I do like Strange New Worlds. Serialization just doesn't work for Star Trek. Yeah, it should be very, very episodic. I enjoy my shows episodic. Now they can have serialized elements, like I think Mad Men did that very well. Granted, it's a drama. There is an overarching story that is followed very well, but it still is quite episodic. So you can kind of pop in and out. Now, there's a show, if you haven't seen it, you should watch, Mad Men. I loved it. But Brock wanted us to take a look at. He said it up here. I know he said it. As he tried to say it. Yeah, he's like, my video's only 1 minute 16 seconds long. So yeah, let me maximize myself. Oh no, I maximized AJ, which is fine, but we're not watching AJ again. We're going back a hair. Back one more time. I press Alt DV. This thing popped up. According to evolution, Yamato gets better over time. Hovind. No, YouTube, I am not renting The Lion King. I can no longer watch The Lion King because my ex effectively ruined it for me. Set up Brock's channel. There we go. Okay, time to minimize myself. There we go. We're on a boy Brock's channel. Talking with Kent be like, y'all ready?
You Darwinists think that you come from a monkey. Well, maybe there's evidence for that, Kent. Well, I've been asking that for years. And you have not been listening. Anyways, what about the genetic similarities? Well, that is proof of a common designer, not that they had a common ancestor. No, you have still not demonstrated that there is a god, and we have observed micro and macro evolution. One species of bass can become two species of bass, and they will have slightly different genes. As time goes on, the genes of both species will become more different, and they could both speciate into more species. Well, it's still a bass. Yeah, evolution says that. Have you ever heard of the law of monophyly? Well, that's us putting our classifications onto them. We have to if we want to make sense of life forms. Plus, you use these terms all the time too, you fraud. That is not hominum attack. No, I'm only calling you out for what you are. Anyways, sharks look more like a dolphin than a human, but a dolphin is more genetically similar to a human than they are to a shark. Beat that, Kent. So you believe you came from a rock? Bro, what?
That's it. Oh, Brock, you nailed it. That is talking to Hovind. Oh man. And that's to make it short. Actually concise instead of his usual 5,000 meandering points. Oh, that was nice. That was nice. That was nice. Oh man, now everybody's talking about freaking Star Trek. Y'all are great. You know, when I still had Paramount Plus before I had to cancel, I was working my way through Next Generation, just enjoying it. Used to watch it a lot with my grandmother, actually. I need to watch the original series. I really need to go through it. I mean, I've gone through Twilight Zone, easily half a dozen times, but still never went through original Star Trek. One of these days I will, though. One of these days. And yeah, Brock, you definitely heard my reaction to the end. I mean, you get me laughing. You've done something right. And I really need to watch Deep Space Nine. I liked Voyager as a kid. I really enjoyed that. So for what that matters, and it wasn't just because of 7 to 9, although she was pretty. But yeah, all right. We've been going for about an hour and a half. We had a nice little post show going on. Y'all are awesome as always. I'm going to, it's 8 p.m., so I already streamed way later than I intended to. I am going to finish up some Guild Wars and just have a lot of fun in this last little bit before I go on and pass out. Like, I'm literally taking my medicine after this. Star Trek Resurgence. I will keep that in mind. Thank you for El Suggestion. And Doctor Who is something I can't watch because of my ex either. Speaking of Doctor Who, my key chain thingy, I got one of those little belt buckle-esque keychain dealies, and it's a TARDIS. I've had that for 13 years now or something crazy, and that thing's been with me forever. That's about the only Doctor Who thing I really got left. The other stuff is just like, it's in storage, and I'm probably going to sell it when I finally get everything back in order. DVDs, what have you. I just can't do it anymore. That's what happens. People mess things up for you. But anyway, much love. Y'all got the Discord link a bit ago. Anyone else? I should be able to post it one more time. I don't know if this link is still valid or not. You might have a little bit time left, so hit it. If not, that's the end of that. Much love. I'll catch you.